Hey guys, Dr. Alex Ritza here. Today's video we're going to be talking about elbow pain, particularly about outer elbow pain, which you can call tennis elbow, lateral epicondylalgia, you can call epicondylitis, whatever you want to tell it, we're going to talk, whatever you want to call it, we're going to be talking about pain right there. I'm going to give you a routine or a prescription for what I would do if I had this condition, especially if I had this condition alone, at home, by myself, from working too much on my computer during the COVID pandemic. So we're going to go through what I would do from A to Z until you can see a chiropractor, until you can see somebody to help manage it professionally. We're going to talk about what I'm going to do, why I would do it, and give you everything you need. I hope you guys enjoy. Okay guys, so first things first, if you're getting some outer elbow pain, what this condition usually involves is some tightness or irritation or degeneration of the tendon, which is the muscles become the tendon attached to the bone. The tendon gets degenerated or irritated, or you could even say inflamed, and that produces some pain often. Now, in my experience, and this is what the research shows, most cases, if not all the ones that we see in our office, also involve a problem or a core problem with the neck that puts stress on the nerves that go to the elbow. So the one thing I implore you, especially if you feel like you've seen everybody, taken every approach, or your approach and your team is only focusing on the elbow, you gotta think about the neck and the nerves that leave it. So most cases that I see that have an elbow issue, they usually result from too much time on the computer, in a bad posture, where either you're having to hold the arms up, creating tension here in the elbow, or sorry, in the forearm muscle, or you have some sort of awkward position where the arms are extended backwards, again, putting more tension and stress on these muscles, holding the hand up. You can imagine like a sledgehammer, you're holding those hands up all day. Could be from texting, but in general, it's some sort of ergonomic position, putting too much stress on the elbow muscles. Okay, so the first thing I would do with managing this condition is some stretching, and there are 4 stretches we're going to do. Stretch number 1 on the affected side, we're going to stick the hand out, bring the palm down, we're going to grab all 4 fingers, and we're going to hold it for 15 to 20 seconds. And as that stretch starts to dissipate, what we're going to do is move the pinky finger away, so you can see you're moving the pinky finger towards 7 o'clock. And after another 15 or 20 seconds, we're going to move the pinky finger away. And that's bringing the pinky finger towards 4 o'clock or 5 o'clock. And then we're going to hold that, and we've probably been in this position now for a minute. So you can imagine on your clock dial, for me, 12, 1 o'clock, 12, 11 o'clock, and I brought that pinky finger in towards 7 o'clock, and pinky finger out towards 5 o'clock. However you want to imagine it, you're doing that palm out, pinky finger towards, pinky finger away. From this view, seven o'clock, 5 o'clock. The second stretch that we want to do is for the opposite forearm muscle, so that was for the flexors with the palm facing out. Now we're going to do the extensors for the palm facing in. These ones might be a little bit more painful because often these extensor muscles are more involved with that outer elbow pain. So what we're going to do, hand out again, hand down towards you. Now with this one, I'm also grabbing the thumb and keeping the thumb in tight. 15 to 20 seconds in this position. And then we're going to bring the thumb towards 7 o'clock. We're bringing it more towards the midline. And then you're also going to have to bring the thumb out after another 15 or 20 seconds. and you're going to hold it in this position. So when I say 15 or 20, that's just a general guide. If you want to do it for minutes on end, that is okay. Nice easy breaths, shoulders nice and soft and relaxed. Now, the other stretches that you can do if you're not finding those are getting the spot, or if they are too intense, is what you do is you stick your elbow into your abdomen. So I'm sticking my elbow into my abdomen here, and I'm just going to work on the exact same stretches, but in this case I do not have the arm fully extended. And then we can also work on bringing, again, that pinky finger towards the midline, 7 o'clock, or pinky finger away from the midline, and that's towards that floor, 5 o'clock. And then you can also do the same thing with the wrist down and the palm in. Okay? So that's where our stretching out our forearm, and when this becomes less acute, this is where we can add some strengthening exercises in, but I'm going to leave that till later because we're going to deal with when it's more acute and more painful. What we're going to do next is we're going to work on stretching the muscles and the nerve here in the shoulder. Now, as we go on to this part, this is where I'm going to tell you that usually the radial nerve from the neck that travels down the back of the arm through the shoulder here and travels down towards the elbow joint. In my experience, this nerve is almost always involved, and if you were to dig your finger in here and you have an outer elbow pain or a tennis elbow case, you're almost going to find this, almost always find this very, very sensitive. To stretch this muscle and nerve, what we're going to do is we're going to bring the arm out and we're going to pull it in towards the body, keeping the arm straight. And we're going to hold this for 30 seconds to 60 seconds. Nice, easy breaths. You can see on the other side, just for demonstration, arm is out, and we bring it across. Now, I don't turn the entire body, it's just the arm is out, and then I bring it across with the other arm, 30 to 60 seconds, and we should feel the stretch here through the back of the shoulder. The other option you have for this is you can use a foam, or so you can use a lacrosse ball or the foam roller and roll through this area either against the wall or you can do it against the ground. What we're doing is we're working our way up from the tight elbow muscles at the elbow joint through that radial nerve. The next thing we're going to do is we're going to work on the radial nerve in the shoulder / the arm by stretching the triceps. And for this, what we're going to do is we're going to need ourselves a dowel or a broomstick or something of that sort. And what we're going to do in this case is we're going to try to stretch out the radial nerve and the arm and the tissues here through the forearm. So we're going to take our dowel, or in this case our broomstick, we're going to put it behind us, and we're going to work on pulling that dowel down so you can stretch the triceps either by holding it in this position or gently oscillating. Or the other thing you can do is you can also do a modified prayer stretch. And with the modified prayer stretch, that's going to work really similar. So you can either use the dowel and do that motion that I just showed, or you can do that modified prayer stretch and that will help as well. And then the last thing that we want to do, because we want to keep this pretty short, we don't want to give you too much work, is our chair stretch. And our chair stretch is going to work on all the muscles and the tissues through the side of the neck, especially that radial nerve going down to the elbow. This is where we're going to grab onto the chair, lean the body, and then lean the neck. And we're going to take easy big breaths, nice and soft, taking the slack out of the tissues here, moving the neck a little bit further to the side. Now with this, you can try moving the chin a little bit forward and back, but I would keep it pretty much to the side for that 30 to 60 seconds. So guys, that's what I would do if I was having some issues with my elbow at home. Once it starts to get better, you can begin to strengthen it where you hold on to a can or a small weight and do some resistance exercises like this. 3 sets of 10 should be moderately uncomfortable in the flexion position here. and also in an extension position. You're not going to be able to get away with using a big heavy kettlebell. You're going to have to use something that's somewhere between 1 and 5 pounds. So if you do all of this and it does not get better, it probably reflects that there's something more complicated, more of a core problem going on with that radial nerve or with the neck that's contributing to the elbow pain, the elbow problem. You can read more about it in the blog I have listed below, or you can always come in for a complimentary case review when this is all over. I hope that is helpful for now though. If you have any comments, questions, concerns, please leave them, and I look forward to seeing you guys soon. Take care.